Have you ever wondered how the bustling city of Jakarta came to be what it is today? Our tale begins in the 4th century, in a time when Jakarta was but a small Hindu settlement known as Sunda Kelapa. Nestled along the western coast of Java, Sunda Kelapa was more than just a cluster of humble huts. It was a thriving port, a gateway that welcomed explorers, traders, and adventurers from far and wide. Among these early visitors were Indian traders, drawn to Sunda Kelapa's strategic location along the important trade routes of the time. They brought with them not just goods for trade, but also ideas, philosophies, and beliefs that would leave an indelible mark on the cultural fabric of the region. Hinduism, and Buddhism in particular, found fertile ground in Sunda Kelapa, their teachings resonating with the local populace and gradually becoming an integral part of their spiritual lives. However, the development of Sunda Kelapa was not merely a product of external influences. The region was under the rule of the powerful Tarumanagara Kingdom, one of the earliest known kingdoms in Indonesian history. The Tarumanagara rulers were instrumental in fostering the growth of Sunda Kelapa, turning it into a bustling hub of activity and progress. In time, the influence of the Srivijaya Empire, a dominant maritime power based in Sumatra, also began to be felt in Sunda Kelapa. The Srivijaya Empire brought with it not just wealth and prosperity, but also a sense of unity and cohesion. It helped to consolidate the various small settlements in the region, including Sunda Kelapa, into a more structured and organized society. Thus, from its early days as a small trading port, Sunda Kelapa was gradually transforming into something far greater. It was laying the groundwork, brick by brick, for a city that would one day stand tall and proud as Jakarta. From a humble beginning as a small trading port, Sunda Kelapa set the foundation for the city that would become Jakarta. But how did this ancient city transform under the influence of foreign powers? Let's take a step back to the 16th century when the first Europeans set foot on the shores of Sunda Kelapa. The Portuguese, in search of spices and other exotic commodities, made their presence known. However, their stay was short-lived as the Sultanate of Banten, a prominent regional power, flexed its muscle and took over, christening the city Jayakarta, meaning victorious city. Fast forward to the 17th century, the Dutch, under the banner of the Dutch East India Company, arrived. The Dutch were not merely content with trade, they sought control. In a series of events marked by conflict and power play, the Dutch seized Jayakarta, razed it to the ground, and on its ashes built a new city, Batavia, named after the Batavians, the ancient Germanic tribes who fought against the Romans. Under Dutch rule, Batavia underwent a transformation. The Dutch, with their European sensibilities, brought a new architectural style to the city, constructing buildings that fused European design with local techniques. The city's landscape was dominated by grand colonial buildings, impressive fortifications, and a network of canals mimicking the waterways of Amsterdam. Trade flourished under the Dutch. Batavia became a trading hub, connecting the spice-rich regions of the East Indies with the markets of Europe. The city's prosperity rose, but so did the social and economic disparities. The native population was often marginalized, their land seized, and their labor exploited. The Dutch rule continued for centuries, with Batavia serving as the administrative center for their vast colonial empire in the East Indies. The city's infrastructure, its economy, and even its society were all molded by this foreign power. The foreign influence had undeniably left its mark on Jakarta, shaping it into a strategic and prosperous colonial city. Even today, as we walk along the streets of Jakarta, we can't help but see glimpses of its colonial past, a testament to the profound impact foreign powers had on this dynamic city. So when did Jakarta finally gain its independence and start its journey towards modernization? The 20th century was a pivotal period for Indonesia, a time fraught with the struggle for independence from colonial rule. During the Second World War, the city of Batavia, as Jakarta was then known, was under Japanese occupation. It was in 1942, amidst the turmoil of the war, that Batavia was renamed Jakarta, a name that echoed its pre-colonial heritage. With the end of the war, a new chapter began for Jakarta. On 17 August 1945, Indonesia declared its independence. Jakarta, the city with a history steeped in the influences of foreign powers, took on a new role, the capital of the newly independent Indonesia. The latter half of the 20th century saw Jakarta undergoing rapid development. High-rise buildings began to punctuate the cityscape, roads were constructed and widened, and the city began to sprawl. The face of Jakarta was changing, evolving with the aspirations of a nation eager to forge its identity on the world stage. But with progress came challenges. Jakarta's rapid development and burgeoning population brought with it issues of overpopulation and environmental concerns. The city's infrastructure struggled to keep pace with its growth, leading to traffic congestion and inadequate public services. Environmental issues such as air and water pollution became pressing concerns. However, Jakarta, like its people, proved to be resilient. Efforts were put in place to address these challenges. Infrastructure development continued with a focus on improving public transport and housing. Environmental initiatives were launched to tackle pollution and promote sustainable practices. Despite these efforts, the challenges persist. But it is in facing these challenges that the spirit of Jakarta shines through. The city continues to evolve, to adapt, and to strive towards a better future. Despite its challenges, Jakarta has demonstrated resilience and adaptability, constantly evolving to meet the needs of its ever-growing population. Now, having journeyed through Jakarta's rich history, what are the key points that we should take away? Starting from its ancient beginnings, Jakarta, or Sunda Kelapa as it was once known, was a bustling trading port, reflecting the city's long-standing relationship with commerce and exchange. From the Hindu kingdom of Tarumanagara to the Islamic Sultanate of Banten, the city's past is a mosaic of diverse cultures and influences. As we moved through time, we saw the influence of foreign powers, from the Portuguese to the Dutch, each leaving their indelible mark on the city. Even in the face of adversity, Jakarta displayed remarkable resilience, adapting and evolving. In the modern era following Indonesia's independence, Jakarta has continued its journey towards modernization, becoming the economic and political heart of the nation. Its transformation is a testament to its enduring spirit. Jakarta's history is a testament to its resilience and adaptability, a city that has continually evolved to stand as the bustling metropolis we know today.